Good evening. My name is Tim, and I'll be your math tutor. We must find all the roots for the given equation x cubed plus 2x equals x squared plus 2. First, we have to put the equation into a polynomial form. So we're going to subtract x squared to the left side and subtract 2 also to the left side. But we have to put the polynomial in descending exponential order. Hence the second line, x cubed minus x squared plus 2x minus 2 equals 0. Okay. Now we're going to apply something called factoring by grouping in order to factor this so we can find the roots. So we're going to group the first two terms plus group the second two terms equals 0. Now let's factor. I have an x squared in common in both terms, so I'm going to factor out an x squared. Note, factor is another word for divide. So I could divide out an x squared, which leaves us with x minus 1 on the inside of the parentheses. Plus, we're going to factor out a 2, which leaves x minus 1 on the inside equals 0. Okay? But we're not done factoring. This plus separates two terms. Okay? Notice there's an x minus 1 in both terms. So we're going to factor out the x minus 1. Once we do that, what's left? X squared plus 2 equals 0. Okay? Then we're going to apply the zero product property of equality and set each factor equal to 0, which brings us to this line. X minus 1 equals 0, and x squared plus 2 equals 0. We have to solve each one for x. Add 1 to both sides, x equals 1. That's one root. Now this side, subtract 2 to both sides to get x squared equals negative 2. Then we have to square root both sides to get plus and minus square root of 2i minus square root of 2i. Why I? Because we took the square root of a negative number. Square root of negative 2, I'm going to show you. Square root of negative 2 became square root of negative 2 in the square root of negative 1 times 2. Then that becomes and using the rules of algebra, we can separate the radical into square root of negative 1 times square root of 2. The I came from square root of negative 1. And since we have to square root both sides, that's where the plus and minus came from. So here are all the roots. My name is Tim. I hope this helped. Thank you.